Swadika, a very good evening and welcome to Thai PBS World Tonight. I'm Nabunag, and we'll begin tonight with the government's plan to control the spread of COVID-19 as the Prime Minister addresses three key milestones during the 76th session of the United Nations General Assembly. And Thailand's Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha announced three milestones to be achieved to control the spread of COVID-19 in Thailand, as well as cooperation with other countries during the virtual global COVID-19 summit, ending the pandemic and building back better, which is part of the 76th session of the United Nations General Assembly. So out of all of the three milestones, the first milestone is the inoculation of at least 70% of the entire population by this year, which is part of Thailand's national agenda. The government is also investing in domestic research and development of vaccines and is cooperating with other countries to enhance vaccine production in the region. The second milestone is increasing the production capacity for medical supplies and equipment. And for this one, Thailand has been helping to provide medical supplies and equipment to 10 other countries, as well as increasing the capacity of public health infrastructure in nearby countries as well. And last but not least, strengthening the preparedness against all epidemics within the country, the region, and globally. As for this one, Thailand also supports the World Health Organization in writing the International Treaty for Pandemic Preparedness and Response. And the country's Communicable Diseases Act is also being amended to be in accordance with international health policies to prepare for future pandemics. Moving on to another big story for today, which is related to the bilateral discussions between Thailand and the U.S. As recently, a veteran politician, Khunying Sudarat met with U.S. Senator Tammy Duckworth on COVID-19 issues. Khunying Sudarat, former strategy chief of Pheu Thai Party and now the leader of the Thai Sang Thai Party, has met with Thai-born U.S. Senator Tammy Duckworth in Washington, D.C. to discuss cooperation between the two countries in combating the COVID-19 pandemic. Senator Duckworth expressed concern over the COVID-19 situation in Thailand and wants to persuade the Biden administration to donate more vaccines. And so far, the United States has donated 2.5 million doses of Pfizer to Thailand, where 1.5 million of which have already been delivered. Senator Duckworth also said that the U.S. government is ready to deliver the remaining 1 million doses, but the Thai government has not yet returned the required response document. She also pointed out that if Thailand joins the COVAX program, more vaccines could be allocated to help the Thai government inoculate more of its population, adding that the U.S. government is ready to support countries in the Indo-Pacific region that has joined the COVAX program. And so far, Indonesia has received 12.6 million doses and South Korea received 1.5 million doses under this program. At the same time, Khunying Sudarat took this opportunity to thank the United States for donating vaccines to Thailand. And she also said that regional administrations around the country are interested in purchasing more mRNA vaccines, to which Tammy responded by saying that she would help in the coordination, and this will depend on whether the Thai government will be willing to help. But if we look on the other side of the story, Public Health Minister Anutin Charnvirakul has denied reports that Thailand has not signed the response document to import the remaining 1 million doses of Pfizer. He claimed that the Foreign Affairs Ministry has not been informed by the U.S. government about this one and has not received the document. So we will have to see how it goes with the development on the Pfizer vaccines into Thailand, especially with the remaining 1 million doses. And now let's move on to the mass inoculations. The Public Health Ministry will start the mass inoculations from tomorrow, which coincides with Mahidol Day, which is also a special holiday, and it is also an important day for the public health industry. Dr. Chawit Sannamwa, the Director of Emergency Health Hazard and Disease Control Division of the Public Health Ministry, announced the D-Day for mass inoculations, which will be tomorrow, and this aims to administer 1 million doses as well as third booster doses as well. For the mass inoculations, Dr. Chawit San said the booster doses will be available for people who received 2 doses of Sinovac back in May, where those people will be notified through SMS or through the Sinopharm application. And if they have not been notified about the booster shots, they can ask for more information from vaccination sites where they got the jabs. At the same time, Dr. Chawit San also revealed that a total of 46 million doses have been administered since February 28th, 29.5 million of which are first doses, 15.8 million are second doses, and around 622,000 doses are third booster shots. He also revealed that 63% of the population in 29 COVID-19 dark red zone provinces have been vaccinated so far, especially in provinces like Bangkok, Pathum Thani, and Chachoengsao, where more than 70% of the population have been vaccinated with the first dose. And he also said that the aim is to inoculate 70% of the elders, those with any of these 7 underlying diseases, as well as pregnant women with the first doses by the end of September. And another aim is to fully vaccinate with 2 doses in people in all provinces and have at least 50% of the entire population receive its first dose by October. So we can see that many authorities have been trying to speed up the mass inoculations, not only to build the herd immunity, but also to prepare for the reopening of Thailand, which is projected to be by the end of this year. And still on the COVID-19 vaccination, we previously reported that there has been a vaccination among students using Sinopharm, and so far the Thai Food and Drug Administration has not approved the use of Sinopharm among children as young as 3 years old yet. The Thai Food and Drug Administration has not yet given approval for the Chinese-made Sinopharm vaccine to be administered to children as young as 3 years old, as it waits for more details about the vaccine's efficacy and safety from the importer BioGenitech. However, the TFDA Secretary General Dr. Paisan Dankum has made clear that the TFDA has not rejected the use of the Sinopharm in young children, but is making sure that the vaccine is safe and effective before approval is granted. Although Sinopharm is not approved yet, he said that the TFDA has already approved 2 mRNA vaccines for the teenagers aged 12 and above, which are Pfizer and Moderna. And since Monday, as we reported previously, the Julapon Royal Academy has begun inoculating students aged from 10 to 18 with Chinese-made Sinopharm under this VACC or Back to School program. So it aims to help children resume their normal classes by this November, as well as to reduce the spread of COVID-19. However, on this issue, the Secretary General of the CRA, Dr. Nithi Mahanon, said that this campaign is only just a research project into the use of Sinopharm to vaccinate children under 18 years old. And this inoculation campaign actually comes ahead of the mass inoculation campaign by the Education Ministry in October, where they will be using Pfizer to inoculate the students. And meanwhile, Public Health Minister Anutin Chanvirakul assured the public that the Pfizer vaccine is safe for the students aged between 12 to 17, but consent is required from their parents. And he also added that the vaccination is not mandatory and is not a condition of being able to attend classes. And he also said that the first lot of 13 million doses of Pfizer vaccine, all expected this year, will arrive in Thailand on September 29th. So there has been a lot of debate about vaccinating children with the COVID-19 vaccines. And although many countries have started to inoculate children with mRNA vaccines such as Pfizer, many of the medical experts in Thailand have been warning the use of vaccines among this age group, especially with the side effects which parents have to be extremely aware of. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Thai PBS World Tonight. Tomorrow is a special holiday, which is Mahidol Day, so no program tomorrow, and we will see you on Monday instead. But do catch us like this every weekday at 7 p.m. And don't forget to follow us on social media, including our website, thaipbsworld.com, for the latest updates and analyses. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and we'll see you next Monday. สวัสดีค่ะ